Hi, I'm back. I have some worms from my garden. I dug them up very gently, and the worms that we have here in Wisconsin, we have some that live deep in the soil, some that live in the middle, and some that live right in the top. They like the top soil. And so these worms, I didn't have to dig very far because these are worms that like to live close to the surface. So I put them in a little container, and I have dirt and leaves in here, which we know from the story is what they use for food. And there's one in particular that is really moving a lot, and I'm going to show you that one so we can observe. Now, like all living things, worms deserve respect and to be treated very gently. So we want to handle the worm in a way that won't hurt it. But we can learn a lot from observing nature. So if we're gentle, then we can watch how he moves. Now remember, in the story they stretch out and then they contract. Contract means to make short again. And so you can see this one is exploring my hand, probably trying to figure out where he is, since he's not used to being inside a house. He's used to being in the soil. So the part that's moving forward is the head. This is called the anterior, and that means the front. And the back, where his tail end is called the posterior. And you can see him exploring. Now this thicker part here on the worm is called the clitellum. That's the part of the worm that is used to make more worms. So that's the part that the worm can reproduce with. And you can always tell which part is the front of the worm by looking where that clitellum is, and also by the way he moves. So let's see what happens if we just touch the worm gently. Nothing. Oh, he stopped. He's trying to see him. Trying to figure out what's going on. I'm going to put him back in with the others. And they're kind of wriggling around too. Now here's an experiment that we can do. You can do this at home, or you can do it with me right now. So what scientists do is they observe the world around them. So they might look at the worms like we are doing, and come up with a question. The question I have is, do you think worms like it to be wet or dry? Which do they prefer? And so to test this out, to test our question, I have a shoebox, and I put paper towels inside. This one is dry, so it's dry paper towel on half, and this one I'm going to make it wet. So I have a spray bottle, just spraying it, be nice and damp. I think that's probably good. Yeah. And I'm going to put this on the other side. So both sides are the same. They both have a paper towel. They're both the same size. The difference is that one is dry and one is wet. So now I'm going to put all 5 of my worms right here in the middle. And then I'm going to cover it so that it's dark. And then we're going to check back in about 10 minutes and see where the worms move. Maybe they stay in the same place. Maybe they'll all move to the dry paper towel, or maybe they'll all move to the wet one. So now is the time to come up with your hypothesis. What do you think will happen? Do you think worms prefer to be somewhere dry or somewhere wet? While you think about that, I'm going to put the worms in right in the middle. We have 1. Let's see how many. 2. Ooh, this is a big one. short. 4. And do we have any more? 5. Got it. Okay. Oh, I found more. 6. 7. Okay. Seven worms. Put them right in the middle. Oh, sorry, friend. Put you with your friends. Put them right there in the middle. And now I'm going to cover it up. And we'll give it 10 minutes and we'll come back and check. So I am going to pause this and we'll see our results here.